Okay, I decided to choose rapid multiplying in 2 steps, and I also decided to create a worksheet because I did not want to disappoint everyone and not have a worksheet for my final display for the rapid math tricks. What I could not come up with was a visual representation. I tried. I was working with something, and I'll show you that at the end. But first, let me go over this. All right, rapid problem 1.7, rapidly multiplying in 2 steps. Pass this out. I'd have the students mark the text. Again, that means circling anything they don't know the meaning of, underlining things that are important, and boxing in the tasks. Okay. And so what I did was when multiplying two numbers, it may be easier to factor one of the numbers into two smaller numbers. And for example, 8 times 14, showing the factored form of 7 times 2. One of the things I thought about also, I don't know that I would have to, but maybe I would have to do a little background stuff. If I thought I did, I might have to do, something like this, and then we can factor this is also equal to 3 times 2. So, if I had to do something like that, I would do that so they could see just a simpler version of that factoring. Anyway, sorry, my throat is dry. Then I'm going to ask them to try this strategy on the following. I should give them more space here so that they can write this out as I did above. So I should probably add more space to the worksheet, which is something I would have to do. Then I'm asking them if there's a pattern to the strategy. And what I'm looking for is the pattern that in this, every time this was done, a 2 is factored out. So I would be looking for that pattern, okay? And then if so, explain. And then, do you think your strategy would work for other multiplication problems? Why or why not? And then try the following. Hint, remember to ignore decimals and zeros to begin with, then test for reasonable answer. Then what I did is I challenged the students because I really struggled with this. Can you express your strategy visibly and use the backside of the paper? So because I struggled with it, I decided I'm going to pass this on to the kids and see what they come up with. But I am going to share with you what I came up with to begin with, because if anybody out there can help me come up with a visual, I would appreciate it. That's the end of the lesson that I have. So again, they would have the whole back side. But here was where I started with my visual representation. I was trying to do something smaller, always starting with a smaller number, where I had 5 times 6, and thinking of using terms of regrouping them into, 2 groups of 15. What I was struggling with, and I mean, maybe somebody out there will tell me they think this would have worked. I just struggled with the concept of this 15 coming from here. And maybe I was reading too much into it. Maybe my kids would have been able to do that. Like I said, I'm open to anybody's input on that. I thought maybe it might work if I did a few more strategies. I'm not sure if you can see that bottom one with the 4. Yeah. And then doing 7 times 6. So again, trying it with smaller numbers to begin with. But again, I just struggled with this piece working together and if that would make sense with that visual representation. So again, I am open to suggestions, critiques, thoughts, anything on that, because I'd be interested to know. Thank you.